your dog found something in the park. What is the noun? Just repeat it in Esperanto.
Pilcoin means balls in Esperanto.
Okay. If we try to repeat a word in Esperanto, don't translate it, just repeat it.
Got it. If you ask for a word, I'll just repeat it in Esperanto. Want to continue?
Yes.
All right. Here's the next sentence. Li trovis interesan hobion.
He found an interesting hobby.
Exactly. That's the translation. Want to try another?
So don't ask if I want to try another, just go to the next one.
Next sentence. Li spektis nian plej ŝatatan televidan programon.
So I didn't hear the pronoun.
The pronoun is ni, which means we.
So don't translate it, just repeat it if I can't hear it.
Got it. Ni spektis nian plej ŝatatan televidan programon.
So we watched a play on like a TV program, something like that.
Yes, it means we watched our favorite TV show.
Wow, okay. Next.
Next sentence. La infanes ludas en la parko.
Okay. You keep on going back to the same style. Go to these more nuanced topics we spoke about earlier.
Understood. Here's a new sentence on a nuanced topic. Li esploris nekutiman hobion hieraŭ.
What is the adjective?
The adjective is nekutiman, which means unusual.
So, you've done that a lot of times. Just repeat it in Esperanto. Don't translate it.
Got it. Nekutiman is the word.
Okay, repeat the whole sentence.
Li esploris nekutiman hobion hieraŭ.
Okay, we explored an unusual hobby yesterday.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so if anyone happens to see this later at some point, I am trying to train ChatGPT to teach me Esperanto, and I'm naming the bot Bonkora, but we'll see how it goes. Go.
Ready for the next sentence?
Yes.
All right, here's the next one. Ni kreis novan recepton hieraŭ.
Reception. What is that? Is that a cognate?
Yes, recepton is a cognate and means recipe.
Okay, you keep translating it. Stop translating it and just repeat it.
Got it. Recepton.
Okay. Repeat the whole sentence.
Ni kreis novan recepton hieraŭ.
Okay, so I or he created a new recipe yesterday. I couldn't hear the pronoun.
The pronoun was ni, which means we.
Okay.
So
hello, Jonathan. I don't know how to pronounce Rohit and what is it? Bastante. Hello. I'm practicing Esperanto. If you guys speak Esperanto, I'd love to try and translate one of the sentences you guys put in the chat. Okay. Continue.
Next sentence. Li trovis novan hobion hieraŭ.
Okay. Let's go into more original sentences. You keep on repeating a lot of them. So find a new topic and let's explore it.
Sure. Let's try a new topic. How about space exploration? Here's a sentence. La astronautoj esploris novan planedon.
The astronauts explored a new planet. Hello?
Exactly.
Damn.
Ready for the next sentence?
Yes.
All right. Here's the next one. La raketo atingis la lunon hieraŭ.
Atingis. What is that verb?
Atingis is the past tense of atingi, which means to reach.
Okay. Repeat the whole sentence.
La raketo atingis la lunon hieraŭ.
The rocket reached the moon yesterday.
That's correct. Great job.
Next.
Here's the next one. La steloj brilas hele en la nokto.
Okay, the stars shine brightly in the sky.
Yes, exactly. You're doing great.
Next.
Here's another one. La kosmoŝipo havas novan teknologion.
Okay, the spaceship has new technology or modern technology.
Yes, that's correct. Great job.
Next.
All right, here's the next one. Ili planas vojaĝi al Marso.
They are planning to travel to Mars.
Exactly, you're doing great.
Next.
Here's another one. La esplorado de espaco estas tre excita.
Space exploration is very exciting.
Yes, that's correct. You're doing really well.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm the ghost of Uchiha Madara. Sorry, I'm still learning Spanish, if that's the language that's in. But, hello, ghost. Next.
Here's the next sentence. La teleskopo montras novajn galaksiojn.
Montras. What is that? Montras.
Montras means shows.
Can you break down the language of origin for that word?
Montras comes from the root montri in Esperanto, which is related to montrer in French and mostrar in Spanish, both meaning to show.
Next.
Here's another one. La misio esplori la universon estas komencita.
What's the first noun?
The first noun is misio, which means mission.
Okay, repeat the whole sentence.
La misio esplori la universon estas komencita.
The mission to explore the universe has started.
Exactly. You're doing great.
So if anyone's curious, I've been learning Spanish for about a year and a half. We have 100 episodes of a podcast where I'm learning Spanish from my friend in Colombia. I'm teaching him English. And this is all just foundational work. After episode 100, we're going to be posting tons of content about Esperanto. I would say it's arguably the best auxiliary written and spoken language that the world has produced in like the 1800s. But this is a lot of foundational work. We intend to start an organization called the World Committee of Auxiliary Languages. And this is all just foundational work. Next.
Next sentence. La sciencistoj malkovris novan stelojn.
The scientists uncovered a new star.
Yes, that's correct. Great job.
Okay, go into a different topic.
Let's switch topics. How about something related to food? Mi preparis bongustan kukon hieraŭ.
Whew. So something about preparing a good meal.
Exactly. It means I prepared a delicious cake yesterday.
Okay, next.
Next sentence. Ni ĝuis novan recepton dum la vespermanĝo.
Recepton.
That means
Recipe.
we enjoyed a new...
Wow, don't translate it until I ask, but repeat the whole sentence.
Ni ĝuis novan recepton dum la vespermanĝo.
Something about enjoying a new recipe for breakfast, something like that.
Close. It was about enjoying a new recipe during dinner. Want to try another?
Okay, let's talk about archaeology.
Great topic. Here's a sentence. La arkeologoj malkovris antikvan urbon.
The archaeologists uncovered an ancient city.
Yes, that's correct. Great job.
Next.
Next sentence. Ili trovis malnovajn tombotabulojn.
Tabloin. Is that a tablet?
Yes, tabulojn means tablets or slabs.
Okay, repeat the whole sentence.
Ili trovis malnovajn tombotabulojn.
They found an old tablet.
Yes, exactly. Great job.
Okay, make them slightly more difficult.
Understood. Here's a slightly more complex sentence. La arkeologoj trovis antikvajn restaĵojn kaŝitajn sub la grundo.
Whew. Okay, repeat the second part.
Kashitain sub la grundo.
Kashitan. Boxes under the ground, is that right?
Kashitain means hidden, and sub la grundo means under the ground. So the phrase means hidden under the ground.
Okay, translate the whole sentence.
The archaeologists found ancient remains hidden under the ground.
So what is the word for ancient remains?
Antiquain restajoin means ancient remains.
What is the language of origin for remains?
Restajoin comes from the Esperanto root restajo, which is derived from resti, meaning to remain. It's related to words like rest in English or resto in Latin-based languages.
Next. Next sentence.
Here's another one. La malkovro de la antiqua urbo estis grava.
Uncovering an ancient city is important, something like that.
Yes, it means the discovery of the ancient city was significant.
Okay. So I'm not sure who's watching right now, but I think Esperanto is incredibly easy to learn. I'm doing this. I've probably only been learning Esperanto for about like 2 months, and it's absurd how fast you can learn it, how easy the vocabulary is to learn, and how easy it is to understand how all the words are conjugated. You can learn how to do it in about 20 seconds, how to conjugate every single verb. Next.
Next sentence. Ili analisis la arqueologia in trovajoin.
Wow. Say it again.
Ili analisis la arqueologia in trovajoin.
So they analyzed something while they traveled? I'm missing context.
They analyzed the archaeological findings. Would you like another?
But the last part was during their travels, right?
Trovajoin means findings. There was no mention of travels in that sentence. Would you like to continue?
Yes. Actually, can you break down the word findings in that previous sentence? Because I know it sounds like travel.
Sure. Trovajoin comes from the root trovi, which means to find. The suffix agio indicates a result or object. So trovaggio means something that is found or finding.
Give me 5 words with that ending.
Sure. Here are 5 words with the suffix agio. 1. Mangiaggio, food. 2. Ludaggio, reading material. 3. Scribaggio, writing or inscription. 4. Bildaggio, picture or image.
Okay, next sentence. Go ahead.
Here's the next sentence. La arqueologois esploris malnovan tombon.
The archaeologists explored an ancient tomb. Or graveyard.
Yep. Yes, tombon is tomb.
Okay, what is graveyard? Tumbejo?
A graveyard is tombejo in Esperanto.
Next. Next.
Here's the next sentence. Ili trovis antiquain artefactoin.
Okay, go into a different topic. Talk about historical inventions.
Sure. Here's a sentence on historical inventions. La compasso estis grava el trovaggio en la historio.
The compass is important to travel throughout history, is that right?
Yes, it means the compass was an important invention in history.
Okay, next.
Next sentence. La invento de la printino ŝanĝis la mondon.
The invention of the printing press changed the world.
Exactly. That's correct.
Next.
Here's the next one. La telefono revoluciis komunikadon.
The telephone revolutionized communication.
Yes, that's correct. Great job.
Slightly more difficult. And let's go into more of like educational sentences. So teach me something about who invented things, when, why, something like that.
Sure. Here's a slightly more challenging one. Johannes Gutenberg inventis la presilon en la 15 jarcento, kio permesis pli vastan disvastigon de scio.
Well, okay, repeat the first part slowly.
Johannes Gutenberg inventis la presilon.
Presilon. Is that the printing press again?
Yes, presilon means printing press.
Okay, repeat the next part of the sentence.
En la 15 jarcento, kio permesis pli vastan disvastigon de scio.
Whew. Something about during the 15th century, right?
Yes, in the 15th century is correct. Would you like to continue?
Yes, repeat it again, all the way to the end.
Johannes Gutenberg inventis la presilon en la 15 jarcento, kio permesis pli vastan disvastigon de scio.
Wow, okay, to allow something, but I'm missing context. Go ahead and translate it.
Sure, it translates to Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press in the 15th century, which allowed for a wider dissemination of knowledge.
Dissemination of knowledge. Okay, what is the Esperanto word for
Yes,
that?
disvastigon de scio means dissemination of knowledge.
Can you break down the language of origin for that word?
Disvastigon comes from the root disvastigi, which means to spread or to disseminate. It's formed from dis, a prefix meaning apart or widely, and vastigi, to expand.
Next sentence.
Here's the next one. Thomas Edison famigis pro la invento de la ampolo.
Famigis. Repeat that word.
Famigis means became famous.
Okay, so when we ask to repeat a word, don't translate it, just repeat it. Okay,
Got it.
so
Famigis,
Thomas Edison became famous by inventing the light bulb.
yes, that's correct. Good job.
Okay, next sentence.
Here's the next one. La fratais Wright inventis la unuan aviadilon.
The Wright brothers invented the first airplane.
Yes, exactly. Great job.
Next.
Next sentence. La invento de la radio ŝanĝis komunikadon.
The invention of the radio changed communication. Make them a little bit harder. Next.
Got it. Marconi famigis pro siaj eksperimentoj pri sendrata telegrafio.
Whew, one more time.
Sendrata telegrafio.
Repeat the whole sentence. Go ahead and translate it. I'm not sure of this one.
The sentence is Marconi famigis pro siaj eksperimentoj pri sendrata telegrafio. It translates to Marconi became famous for his experiments in wireless telegraphy.
What is that word, telegraphy? What is that word in Esperanto?
Telegraphy in Esperanto is telegrafio.
Okay, next.
Next sentence. La unua komputilo estis grandega kaj kompluka maŝino.
So something I kind of want to talk about with Esperanto, I think when people talk about how easy it is to learn Esperanto, they almost like go all the way to the end. Say you can learn it in 500 or 600 hours, which is a whole lot shorter than you can learn Spanish or English or Mandarin or something like that. But what I think is actually much more fascinating is what you can do in like the first 5 hours, because you can master all the conjugations and you can already get a base of vocabulary. You can already start translating sentences, and I think that's the real advantage. You can use it very, very, very quickly, at least on a like a basic level. Next. Next.
Sure. Here's the next one. La invento de la telefono permesis tujan komunikadon inter homoj malproksime.
Okay, let's go into a different topic. Talk about something else historical. Just give me educational sentences.
Sure, let's switch to historical landmarks. La Granda Muro de Ĉinio estas unu el la plej famaj konstruaĵoj en la mondo.
So, talking about the Great Wall of China being one of the greatest landmarks, I guess, in the world.
Yes, exactly. It means the Great Wall of China is one of the most famous landmarks in the world.
Next.
Here's the next one. La piramidoj de Egiptio estis konstruitaj kiel tomboj por faraonoj.
Cool. You definitely talk about the pyramids. Repeat the whole sentence.
La piramidoj de Egiptio estis konstruitaj kiel tomboj por faraonoj.
The pyramids of Egypt were constructed to protect the tombs of the pharaohs, something like that.
Yes, exactly. It means the pyramids of Egypt were constructed as tombs for the pharaohs.
Okay. Next.
Here's the next one. La Coloseo en Romo estis usata por gladiadores bataloj.
The heart of something, right?
Yes, the Colosseum in Rome was used for gladiatorial battles.
Okay, do the whole sentence. Was that the whole sentence? You say corazón, and that heart.
The sentence was, La Coloseo en Romo estis usata por gladiadores bataloj.
Okay, so what is the word for Colosseum?
Conoseo is the word for Colosseum.
Conoseo. Okay, next sentence.
Here's the next one. La maestroj de la Renesanco kreis famajn artaĵojn en Florenco.
Maestro. Repeat the sentence.
La maestroj de la Renesanco kreis famajn artaĵojn en Florenco.
So something caused a famine, right?
No, it means the masters of the Renaissance created famous artworks in Florence. Would you like another?
Help me understand that sentence. I missed a lot of context.
Sure. La maestroj de la Renesanco means the masters of the Renaissance. Kreis means created, and famajn artaĵojn means famous artworks. In Florenco means in Florence. So the sentence says the masters of the Renaissance created famous artworks in Florence.
Next.
Next sentence. La granda biblioteko de Aleksandrio estis unu el la plej grandaj kolektoj de antikva Azio.
The library in, I forget the place, but is one of the largest collections of books in the world, antique books in the world.
Yes, it means the Great Library of Alexandria was one of the largest collections of ancient knowledge.
Ancient knowledge. What's the word for knowledge?
Seal is the word for knowledge.
Seal?
Yes, Sio means knowledge.
Okay, next.
Here's the next one. La Acrópolo en Ateno estas grava historia loko en Grekio.
Say it again.
La Acrópolo en Ateno estas grava historia loko en Grekio.
What's the first noun?
The first noun is Acrópolo, which means Acropolis.
Go ahead and translate that whole sentence.
The Acropolis in Athens is an important historical site in Greece.
What is that, an acropolis, in English?
Acropolis translates to Acropolis in English, which refers to the ancient citadel in Athens.
I don't even know what a citadel is. What is a citadel?
A citadel is a fortress, typically on high ground, protecting or dominating a city. Would you like to continue?
Yes. Next sentence.
Here's the next sentence. La Taj Mahalo en Barato estas unu el la plej famaj monumentos en la mondo.
Say imbarato. Is that what you said? Imbarato?
En Barato means in India.
Okay, so the Taj Mahal in India. Repeat the second part.
Estas uno de la plej famaj monumentos en la mundo.
Is one of the most famous places in the world.
Yes, it means is one of the most famous monuments in the world.
Monuments. That's a cognate, right?
Yes, monumentos is a cognate and means monuments.
Next.
Here's the next sentence. La Partenono en Ateno estas dediĉita al la diino Atena.
So it's the Parthenon, right?
Yes, Partenono is the Parthenon.
Repeat the second part of the sentence.
Estas dediĉita al la diino Atena.
Whew. Repeat the adjective.
Dediĉita is the adjective, meaning dedicated.
Okay, translate the whole sentence.
The sentence means the Parthenon in Athens is dedicated to the goddess Athena.
Oh, it's dedicated to the goddess Athena. What's the word for goddess?
The word for goddess is diino.
Diino. Break down the construction of that word.
Diino comes from dio, God, with the suffix ino indicating a feminine form.
Next.
Here's the next sentence. La Mona Lisa estas uno de la plej famaj pentraĵoj en la historio.
Okay, so the Mona Lisa is one of the most famous paintings in the world. So make the sentences a bit more nuanced as well. So don't just say the Mona Lisa is interesting or the Parthenon is important. Make them a little bit more interesting.
Got it. Here's a more nuanced sentence. La Mona Lisa estas konata ne nur pro sia mistera rideto, sed ankaŭ pro sia historia valoro.
Something about a mystery surrounding the Mona Lisa, right?
Yes, it mentions the Mona Lisa being famous not only for her mysterious smile, but also for her historical significance.
What's the word for smile?
Rideto is the word for smile.
Riveto? Okay.
Yes, rideto means smile.
Give me a short story for me to translate the main idea.
Sure. Here's a short story sentence. En malgranda vilaĝo, artisto pentris murpentraĵon, kiu rakontis la historion de la komunumo.
So a small village. Okay, say it again.
En malgranda vilaĝo, artisto pentris murpentraĵon, kiu rakontis la historion de la komunumo.
So in a small village, people or artists painted paintings. I'm missing context at the end. To remember something, right?
It means, in a small village, an artist painted a mural that told the history of the community. Want another sentence?
Sure. Next sentence.
Ĉiutage, la loĝantoj kunvenis por rigardi la murpentraĵon kaj rememori siajn radikojn.
Radikoin. What is radikoin?
Radikojn means roots.
So every day, somebody does something to remember their roots, right?
Yes, it means every day the residents gathered to look at the mural and remember their roots.
Gather. What's the word for gather?
The word for gather is kunveni.
Conveni. What's the language of origin for that word?
Kunveni comes from kun meaning together and veni meaning to come in Esperanto.
Okay.
Would you like another sentence?
Yes.
Ilia pentraĵo iĝis en simbolo de univeco kaj espero.
Say it again.
Ilia pentraĵo iĝis en simbolo de univeco kaj espero.
So, are you talking about a person's painting?
Yes, it means their painting became a symbol of unity and hope.
A symbol of unity and hope. Help me understand that part of the sentence.
Simbolo de univeco kaj espero. translates to symbol of unity and hope. Would you like to continue?
I thought you said vespero, like dinner.
Vespermanjo is the word for dinner. Would you like another sentence?
Yes.
Poste, la loĝantoj festis kune kaj dividis rakontojn.
Say it again.
Poste, la loĝantoj festis kune kaj dividis rakontojn.
Says something about after a festival, everybody's separated. Is that right?
It means afterward, the residents celebrated together
Wow.
and shared stories. Would you like to continue?
Okay, I think we're about done for now. Pretty much want to end everything the same way, pretty concisely. I don't know if Esperanto is going to be the best auxiliary language for the world to use forever, but I surely do believe that global communication is useful and it's practical to pursue it. And yeah, that's really it.